Hello, it's Phillip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and I'm looking this morning at a book from Oxford University Press. It's now in a second edition and it's called Coulson on Construction Adjudication. It's a very important book. It's this one here. It's quite heavy as a book, 500 pages, very useful index at the back, very useful appendices as well. And the one thing I do like about these publications are the paragraph numbering at the sides and the footnotes, which assist greatly in trying to find things. What I also like about this book is at the front of each chapter there's a useful index, so you can see where we are going with the book. Now, this book is important to a lot of people like me certainly at the construction bar. And we've given it a title, which is on the web and various other places, of A Clear Path Through the Jungle of Construction Adjudication. What the practitioner really needs to know. And that's really what this book is about. Mr. Justice Coulson is a well-known expert in this area, and he's ably assisted with a very nice foreword from Sir Rupert Jackson, who many of you will know from his work on costs. And Jackson says in the foreword to the book, the massive authorities on adjudication form an impenetrable jungle through which it is not easy to hack out a path. Fortunately for us, of course, if you're advising clients or associates in the construction industry, Mr. Justice Coulson's book is out there to help us, and the second edition, of course, is very up to date. It's both learned and lucid, and an edition which is an easy to read, easy to use guide that will undoubtedly help you cut through the complexities and complications of this often vexed area of law. And vexed it certainly can be, as most of us will know at the construction bar, because you really don't know quite often how the case is going to go. The very protracted and often volatile nature of the construction process means that the construction contract is bound to be, in most cases, longer generally than other contracts, more susceptible to disputes about payment, and fraught with clauses relating to timings, schedules, delays, interim payments, disagreements over the quality of the work, and so forth. The seriousness of these situations becomes increasingly clear when one is reminded by the author that, and this is only one example, a general building contractor who was not paid on time might find himself unable to complete the contract, and within weeks out of business and bankrupt. That's the reality that we are faced with, certainly as lawyers. Not surprisingly, as Jackson points out, the flow of new adjudication cases has not abated, hence the ever-pressing and urgent need for what he refers to as this clear and lucid guide through a bewildering array of case law, which is clustered around the provisions of the 1996 Act. Now, the 1996 Act, of course, was still in force during the preparation of the new second edition, and Coulson has dealt with both the existing provisions and, in Chapter 4, with later legislation, namely the Local Democracy, Economic Development and Construction Act 2009, Part 8 of which, and that's the bit pertaining to the construction industry, is actually at Appendix E of the book. The book's logically laid out in 6 parts and contains extensive tables of cases which I've indicated, plus legislation, treaties, conventions and so on. There's a good index, as I say, for greater ease of use. Alluding to the warring parties in construction disputes mentioned by Rupert Jackson, we're certain that this authoritative and definitive work will assist all those involved in such disputes, and those, of course, who advise them, to settle their differences with, one hopes, alacrity and dispatch. The law set out as at the 1st of November 2010, and the path through the construction bar jungle, in our view, has cleared for us, so thank you to all concerned. Bye-bye.